Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Big Hitters FPL podcast. Of course, no FPL or no Premier League for another couple of months, but instead, we've got some Euros content to give to you this week and next week. The two videos coming up, so we've got today's video, which is a Euro 2020 fantasy guide, and next week we've got some Euro 2020 predictions coming up. So make sure you watch that. Make sure as well you subscribe to us on YouTube, the Big Hitters FPL. And follow us on social media at Big Hitters FPL on Twitter and Instagram. We also, of course, have a Euros League, and the code to join that is not quite as snappy as 01TOQK, but it'll have to do. It's 350UK 8EB07. So make sure you join that, and we'll see who can win our Euros League. Right, and just a word say about our new partners, which is Fantasy Football Fix, and they're a great platform for tools and for stats and stuff, all about FPL, so make sure you check them out. So let's get into our Euro teams, and we'll start with Jake's draft at the moment. How's it going, Jake?
I think all right so far. I'm going to be pretty boring, to be honest, and I think, like most people, limitless match day 2. So for match day 1 and 3, I guess, I'm going to be targeting the fixtures. And well, I've got kind of two eyesores, I guess, right in the middle, in Malinovsky and Yaziki, who are both play in Netherlands and Italy, respectively. So obviously not great fixtures, but I think they can still do well. Malinovsky's got, I think, 20 returns this season for Atalanta, and he's a set-piece specialist. And Yaziki, I think, has got 11 returns for Lille this season, which obviously isn't great, but I think he's been a key player for them this season. And then captaincy on Insigne at the moment, because obviously you can change captaincy throughout the match week, and Insigne is playing on the 11th, and then obviously more games throughout until the 15th, I think. So obviously may change as the games continue. And you may also notice that I've not got Kane in my squad at the moment, just because he's got Croatia this week. And then Limitless next match day, he's playing Scotland, so I'll bring him in for that. So at the moment, my front three is Lewandowski against Slovakia, Lukaku against Russia, and Gerard Moreno, who we'll see if he starts tomorrow against Portugal, and his first fixture is Sweden. So all good fixtures there. I've got Hazard in midfield against Russia. I've already talked about my midfield, and then back three is also pretty strong. Diaz against Hungary, Meunier against Russia, so triple up on Belgium there, and Kier against Finland, and he's pretty much nailed on, so he's a good cheap option if you're looking for a cheap defender. And then in goal, I've got Szczesny against Slovakia. And then my bench is also pretty strong. I've managed to avoid the Nego landmine, really. So I've got Hradecki for 4 mil, who will start. But I think he's got Portugal, is that right? No. He has got, Denmark, which isn't quite as good as a fixture, I don't think, as Szczesny's. I've also got Wijndal and Torres, who both should start, and then David Alaba as well. And they've all got good fixtures, so I'm not sure who to play at the moment. I'll see over the next few days with all the friendlies, and if I need to transfer out either Malinovsky or Yaziki for anyone with better fixtures and better form, perhaps. And I've got 0.5 mil in the bank, so that's pretty good. So that's my team so far.
Very nice. Okay, then here's Ludo's.
Yeah, so I've gone with a pretty strong 11, leaving not much on my bench. So my captain is going to be moved to Federico Chiesa, because obviously it's better to captain a player, so you can switch the player ahead, so you've got a bit of choice, which is great. So I'm taking advantage of that. Then I've got two England players, Mason Mount and Harry Kane. Not the greatest of fixtures, but with England's attacking players, I expect some goals throughout the competition. Then I've got Lukaku, who's in incredible form this season, and Eden Hazard, who will be willing to impress after a disappointing season at Real Madrid. Then I've got Souček, who's known as the FPL legend. He's cheap, gets some goals, great in the air. And then in my defence, I've got Bastoni, young Italian player, 4.5, and should start a couple of games. Then I've got Meunier, who's got good fixtures. And then I've got Rodriguez, who actually takes penalties. He's a defender and takes penalties. And I think Switzerland are bound, are bound to get a penalty. So I'm expecting a return from him. He's 5.5. And then I've gone cheap with the keepers, Krul and Hradecki. So yeah, at the minute I'm quite happy with my team.
Lastly, this is my team.
Lots of tinkering to be done.
Similar sort of thing to you guys. I've also captained Chiesa, because of course he plays on the first day. Yeah, just looking at it, I've got Jota on the bench. He'll definitely come on, but I've only left him on the bench because he plays on the final day. Up top, I've gone pretty strong with Kane, Lukaku, and Depay. Then midfield, Ferran Torres, who's been pretty good for Spain, Chiesa captain, and Souček as well. Then I've gone for a back four, but like I said, Jota will most likely come in for maybe Soyuncu. So I've got Soyuncu, plays on the first day. Then Vestergaard with a decent fixture, Pau Torres, the cheap Spanish defender, and Denayer from Belgium, all with good fixtures. And then keepers, again, I've got Hradecki on the bench, and Donnarumma, who plays on the first day as well, in goal against Turkey. So yeah, again, a lot of tinkering still to be done, but I'm looking pretty pleased with how it's looking. Yeah. So those are our teams at the moment. Now I think we've got a few players, our usual watch list, one defender, one midfielder, and one striker, who we're going to show and who we're going to recommend to you guys for the Euros. And we'll start with the defender, Ludo. I think you probably want to talk a bit about Ricardo Rodriguez.
Yeah, so Rodriguez is a Swiss defender. He is pretty much a nailed starter. He's got okay fixtures. Looking at the Wales and Turkey fixtures, so good potential for clean sheet. It's quite tall, so aerial threat. So yeah, goal threat. And the exciting thing, as I mentioned before, is he takes penalties. So quite something. And if I am correct, he can also take free kicks. So obviously, he can. He's got great opportunities for some attack returns. But yeah, 5.5. Bit of a differential. Not many people know about him and his penalties. So yeah, he's a hidden gem. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at it now, and Switzerland plays a friendly against America a couple of days ago. I guess who scored? Ricardo Rodriguez. And it wasn't even a penalty, I don't think. An open play goal, so even better. Nice shout there. In midfield, we've got Mason Mount.
Yeah.
Again, you might guess Ludo's doing there. Chelsea lad. But I guess it's fair enough to say he's a good option. I think, in my mind, I think he has to start the big games for England. and I think as long as he starts, he's pretty reliable to get any sort of return.
I mean, I think
So free
personally
kicks,
avoiding
maybe not. I could
Croatia
see someone
first
like
match
Kieran
day.
Trippier
But yeah,
on the
definitely the
pitch.
second,
Maybe
and
Harry
second,
Kane
third
taking free
fixtures.
kicks.
Yeah, I agree. 7.0, so not too cheap, but not too expensive. Obviously, but I think Southgate might start him in the big games. He's got confidence as well after that Champions League success. But yeah, he's a fantastic player, and I think he's got great future ahead of him. And yeah.
And then up top is a bit of a must-have. Lukaku. I think pretty much everyone's got him, but we'll still put him in our watch list anyway. You know, looking at those group fixtures, very, very easy. Yeah, like it says, he's done brilliantly for Milan this season.
I mean, yes, he's
won them the
expensive,
league,
but
of
so are
course.
all the other cream strikers that
And
you've won
yeah,
your team.
I think you've
But I
got to have
think
Lukaku.
out of the rest of
got
them,
him.
Lukaku's the one you want most, really. He's the one in the best form and with the best fixtures, like you said.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I do follow the Italian league, but this year he's been on another level. I mean, forget about the Ronaldos, forget about them. But I do think that Lukaku this season has been super clinical. He's got tons of goals. Has and he's got. I feel like with these fixtures, he's a must-have, and you can't. It's just too risky not to have him.
Yeah. Yes, I've just got the stats. He's got 35 returns in 36 games.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Averaging contribution
What
per
that
game.
to Milan. Very, very good. Yeah. That's what we like to hear, and I expect he'll continue that form. Although, just something, maybe if Kevin De Bruyne misses the Euros with his nose injury or whatever he got, do you think he might get a bit?
Not particularly.
Do you
I
think
mean,
service
Belgium.
might be a bit reduced? You know.
They've got a very strong squad, so I don't think. I mean, yes,
Many
De Bruyne is
chances.
one of the best players in the world, but I don't think they'll be hindered that much.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he doesn't have De Bruyne at Inter Milan, so he should be fine. I'm expecting, for him to be top scorer, to be honest. He's just that good.
Very well then. Next thing I think we should talk about is oh dear, cards flying out of the sky here. The next thing I think we should talk about is chip strategy. So bit of a weird one because of course the two chips in the Euro Fantasy are Limitless and Wildcard, or as people in FPL know as Free Hit and Wildcard. And it's an interesting one because game week 1 clearly you get unlimited transfers first week. Game week 2 you get 3 free transfers. Game week 3 I think you get 5 if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure, maybe. And then for every other knockout round that follows, you get unlimited again. So it seems like a no-brainer to use both your chips in game week 2 and game week 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that what you guys are going to be doing?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just going to follow everyone else. And I think it's just, it's just, as I said, it's just too risky not to play Limitless in game week 2 or 3 because as the competition goes on, obviously there are less players to pick. However, you get unlimited free transfers. So, yeah.
So which one, which week?
I think probably Limitless match day 2. And then you've got, I think, an unlimited budget as well. So you can get in any you want. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow. That's a
You
bit
get any
overpowered.
that you want for that week. And then wildcard, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Jake. I mean, I still have to. I think wildcard before game week 3 is good because you can target on the players who might pass through the group stages. So that's good, but I'm still deciding depending on the opening fixtures, and I'm still deciding my full strategy. As I said, there's lots of tinkering to do with my team. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna join you guys. My thinking at the moment is just thinking about it now. I'm not entirely sure why it matters at all which way round you play it. If you're gonna maybe change your whole squad anyway in the round of 16.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, you don't have unlimited after round of 16. So you've got during the group stage, you've got 2 per match day, then unlimited before round of 16, 3 before quarterfinals, 5 before semis, and 5 before finals.
Oh, well then we'd be feeding you lies.
Yeah, then maybe I think I might say wild card for quarterfinals. Then I think that's probably best.
And then limitless for the final when there are only 2 teams.
No, I'm saving. So limitless match day 2, and then wild card quarterfinals, I think.
Yeah.
So how do you get people in for the final? How do you make sure you've got a full team for the final?
I don't know.
But I think you just got to. I think you just got to think ahead. You just got to play a bit of a gamble, and that's part of the game. That's why it's different to FPL. It's just going to be quite exciting. It's my first year playing it. So yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just thinking now that if you can get through the group stage without using any of the chips, then quarterfinal wildcard seems smart. And then I'd still inclined to use final limitless. But that might just be me. I don't know.
Yeah. But I just think that there's kind of big fixture swings in the group stage, really, from match day 1 to match day 2. Like, obviously, Kane goes from Croatia to then Scotland. Like, Mbappe has got Germany and then Hungary, I think, match day 2. So you can bring him in then. And I think, obviously, players from those teams and other teams have also got different fixture swings as well. So I think it's probably best, in my opinion, to do limitless match day 2 and then save wildcard for knockout rounds.
Fair enough. Okay then, we asked you on Discord and Twitter to send in screenshots of your Euro draft. So we've got a couple here to do for you. We've got at Kozul, who sent us their draft on Discord. So this is what the draft looks like, and we're going to basically rate it and suggest any improvements, basically. So what are your first thoughts on it, guys?
It looks pretty strong, to be honest. Malinovsky.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, he's put his captaincy, obviously, on Turkey. They're playing the night before anyone else. Obviously, I'm looking at that. I think he might change it, but I'm looking at that Lewandowski on the bench.
Oh, yeah, that will change.
Yeah, that will change. But yeah, overall, I think Alioski, we do know him through FPL and stuff, but I do think relying on someone from North Macedonia is a bit optimistic. There we go. Yeah, overall, quite a strong team.
Just one thing. I think you can get someone better than Wijnaldum. You'll get more returns for 8 million, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Someone. Well, you've got Malinovsky on the bench, but depends how much you've got on the bank. Like an Italian midfielder, Chiesa or Insigne or someone like that.
Yeah, I'm interested by the triple up on Denmark. I can only assume there's going to be a limitless or a wild card in game week 2. Because I'm not sure how good that's going to be for the whole tournament.
Unless he might be from Denmark and he's backing his team.
Maybe, you never know. Denmark through and through.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see if Meili, I think that's how you pronounce it, starts in
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's nailed on really. Whereas Kier's completely nailed on. He should start the game.
There's other Danish options, aren't there? Like Vestergaard, I had a
Yeah.
look at.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I also think there's a Champions League winner in there, uh, under the name of Andreas Christensen. He's
Oh.
he's okay in the air as well. Vestergaard's really good as well. So there we go, couple of options there.
Yeah. Very nice. And then the second draft we've got here is FPL Captain on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to him. This is his draft. Again, I really like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's strong. It looks good. Just, I think Fernandez is a bit of a trap. That's a bit almost blasphemous, I guess. But no, I don't think he's someone that you'd want really in Euro fantasy. To be honest.
Yeah, it's a strong team. Good team. Although I was actually a couple of people do have what's his name? Is it Burgess?
But
Guisia.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They have him. They have him. He's a good player, but they were talking about if the Netherlands do play without five in midfield, I think then he'll be left out. So obviously, Netherlands under their new manager, there could be a couple of unexpected changes. So there we go.
And I don't think he's got. I think he's only got one goal for the Netherlands as well.
Yeah, the change I think I'd make there is I think Fernandez and Berghaus.
Yeah.
I think probably downgrade Fernandez to someone like Diogo Jota, maybe from Portugal, another good option. And then I'm not sure how much Berghaus is.
I think he's about
upgrade
the
him.
same as Malinovsky. I think it's about 7 mil.
So you've got quite a bit of money there to do what you want.
Upgrades either David Alaba. I mean,
David Elizabeth, he's there. Oh no, sorry. No, I think it's right to target Alaba against North Macedonia.
yeah, I guess.
Okay, then should we give them each a number out of 10 then, I guess?
Yep.
Rate them. I'll start with Kozls. What are we giving that out of 10?
Good squad. I'd say between 6 and 7. Not the best. Still some work to be done.
Yeah, I think same as Ludo. To be honest, I think just be wary of. I think not relying, like Ludo said, on Alioski. Whether Maley will start and just someone instead of Wijnaldum who's same price or even cheaper, but will get more returns. So yeah, around 7, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think Maley can be someone more reliable. I think a midfielder in there, whether it's Yaziki or Wijnaldum, can become an Italian one. I think it's probably safer to captain someone like Chiesa than Yaziki. Of course, they both play on the same day against each other. But yeah, I think, again, I'd go 6 or 7. I think there's some pretty good improvements that will take that up. But it's a good draft, very good draft.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then FPL captains, good one, this one.
Yeah, probably definitely higher than the first one. I'm looking at maybe an 8 or 8.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the one thing is pretty much Fernandez, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean,
about 9, probably.
He is reliable, but I think it might turn out to be a bit of wasted money. Could go for Jota, as Noah said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd go maybe 8.5 maybe, because I think Berghaus has got to be improved. I also think that goalkeeper situation might not be that good.
True.
Because I'm not sure if Simon's going to start. I think Haraki's alright, but I prefer him as a bench option. I know he's going to start, but I mean, it's Finland, so,
Yeah.
you know, that's all I think. But apart from that, two very good drafts. So I think we'll end the video there, unless you guys have anything else to talk about Euro Fantasy, anything?
No, I think good luck to all the managers out there.
Yeah. Unless you're in our league, in which case, bad luck, because we need to win that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess we will see you on the next show, which will be our Euro 2020 predictions next week. So make sure you look out for that. Make sure you subscribe, follow, join our league, all of that stuff. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Good luck with Euro Fantasy. Bye bye.